Oi, I'm Lil B Jessup. In this video I'm going to show you how to bring a motorcycle back to life that's been sitting for a while. It's my KLR 650. It's been sitting for 2 years. Now for those of you who don't know, I took this KLR on a Trans-American Trail 2 years ago, and I probably put 8,000 miles on it. It was a long, hard 8,000 miles, and you should watch that series down below. It's worth a watch. But ever since then, I haven't ridden it. The move was a lot, like moving here, then winter and school and work, and it just got away from me. But I'm going to bring it back. And I want to start a new series involving motorcycles coming up, and I need my motorcycles to work. What are those things you need to do to bring a motorcycle back? Well, first, you need to make sure the battery's charged. Now, last week I went ahead and I hooked up my trickle charger. I just let it charge. Now it's good, but make sure the battery's topped off. Number 2, make sure there's good fuel in the tank. So if you got fuel and the battery's charged, see if it'll start. Throttle's not stuck. Gas is on. Go ahead and pull the choke out. I don't believe it. Okay, that's more like it. We've got a problem. Got gas leaking out. With the current gas prices, I don't want to waste any fuel, so I'm gonna see if I can knock that float loose. So a lot of times with a stuck float, you can get it loose with some mechanical agitation. Just go up to the carburetor, just tap on the float bowl. All right, let's see if that did the trick. No. So I've still got gas coming out. So I'm going to try a lazy man trick. I'm going to pull the fuel hose off. I'm going to spray some carb cleaner down the hose and see if that will break apart whatever's holding the float. I'm doing this as an attempt to eliminate the need to pull the carburetor off of the bike and clean it, because it's running. So it should be fine to ride. In theory. Turn the gas off. So I've got the old gas draining out of the carburetor. And what I'm going to do is take some carb cleaner and spray it down the fuel hose. See if this will do it. Let me flow some air through there first. Okay, so we've got carb cleaner coming out the bottom of the carb now. All it took was me spraying some carb cleaner in it. Oh yeah, she's coming out the bottom right now. I'm just gonna blow into it again. Tastes like fire. All right, let's see what we got now. Turn the gas back on. Gotta get gas back into the bowl of carburetor. that didn't work. Looks like I'm pulling the carb. So I've got it all apart, and that gives me access to the carburetor, and also gives me access to the air filter, which you should check for any critters that made a home in there. This one doesn't have any, and it's relatively clean. So I had an idea that this thing was gummed up, and I went ahead and I preemptively ordered a rebuild kit. Also, this thing has been running rich for a while. That's when I returned to stock, jetting wise. So what you want to do is, since your carb is all jacked up, clean that thing. Take off the bowl, clean it out, make sure she's good and clean. Time lapse time. So one thing I like to do is clean a carburetor very thoroughly, and when I rebuild it, I like to rebuild every piece. So on my air pilot adjustment, you have this tiny little O-ring and washer. Well, this was what was left of my O-ring, was just that little piece. So that might have been why it was running bad. Well, I mean, the float was still stuck, but in the past it ran rough. And once you go ahead and get everything cleaned up and new jets and O-rings and everything, just throw it back together. Alright, once you throw your carb back on, let's give it another go. Voila! You got no gas dripping. Now your engine runs good. Put it back together. And now that your trusty steed is all back together and running, it's time to finish it up. All you need now is to lube up the chain and put some air in the tires, and you're good to go. Don't forget that fresh gas. And one final thing to check, don't forget to check your oil. I'm slightly low, so she could use a little bit. Nothing but the best for the best. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you guys get your bikes back out on the road. It's time. I'm a little late. I've been riding the Concourse. Concourse just got a flat, so I rode the KLR. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe down below. You won't regret it.